The Maureen Brittain Memorial listed race. Delighted to see Clive Brittain handing out the prize. Clive, I think I speak on behalf of a lot of people, really pleased to see you here today. How much of an honour was that to have the race named in honour of your late wife?
Well, Maureen loved the July course and she loved this race in particular. So really, if I could do anything for her down here while she's up there, this would be what she would like.
There was a moment, I think, when you retired back in 2015, there was a lovely quote where you said that she'd spent so much time, decades, looking after you, that you felt like you wanted to give something back and do the same thing but in reverse. Is that how it was with the final few years for Maureen?
Well, it certainly was. Unfortunately, she couldn't see it out. We had a great life together.
Yeah.
And I'm absolutely blessed to having somebody like Maureen as my wife.
What was it about her? Because I know that you said as well that she was 95%, you said, of the business. Was it without her you just wouldn't have been able to do what you did for so many years?
I probably wouldn't have done it. I was a stable lad through and through, and she knocked the, I won't say rough edges, because they don't happen, but she put some sense into me.
How much was routine so key? Because I think you were famous for your horses would always be just about the first out on the heath in the morning or up Warren Hill, and I suppose when it came to the day-to-day part of training, the business side of things as well, her role in all of that couldn't be downplayed, could it?
Oh, it certainly couldn't. And when she kicked me out at 3 o'clock, who were going to have who could last any longer? And so the reason I got out that early in those days was that the strings were getting stronger, and it was getting longer to get onto the gallops. So I took the view that the horses are better with the fresh air and the fresh ground, and that's how it started.
And given the length of your training career over the decades, with all the success internationally as well, pioneering, of course, with Jupiter Island, going over to the Breeders' Cup, was it that partnership with her that just enabled you to always know that I've got that solid foundation here? Whatever we do it together.
I could always ride, and I could always handle horses, but she could always handle people. And without the people, there's no horses. So it was very much a 50-50 job.
Clive, obviously it's been an extremely difficult time. The climate, the landscape, it's fantastic to see people back here on the racecourse, not least yourself. And you were saying that with COVID, but also it's been a while since you were on a racecourse prior to today.
Well, once I gave up, Roger took over the yard. And Michael Jarvis told me some years ago he was a top man on the upgrade, and to sell the yard to him was a privilege.
When you come back here, I mean, your life for so long is and was Newmarket, the racecourse as well, some amazing memories. I remember when you won the Falmouth, was it Regime, at a huge price, and that famous jig that you always used to give. But of course, over on the other course, Theodati and the best of them all, Pebbles. Just coming back, does it stir up the most sort of evocative memories?
Oh, certainly. The only thing in their legs are gone, so the jig's cut down to a wriggle.
I don't believe it. But and how are you spending your time in retirement now, Clive?
I hear the horses go out in the morning.
Yeah.
And I know they're in good hands. And it's such a pleasure to be in the middle of good horses. I've got Michael Stoute one side and John the other. And I'm so pleased to see the Berry Road doing what they've always done.
Yeah.
Well, train horses.
And we've just seen some really nice profile fillies, 2-year-old fillies. Of course, you've had so many good ones. Just to be there in the parade ring again and casting your eye over them in the parade ring, does it still captivate you as much to see those young horses and what they could still become?
It makes me think I wish I was 20 years younger.
Clive, thank you very much indeed. What would Maureen have said about having you won this a good couple of times? I know in the early 90s, 2009, you won this race as well. How would she have felt about having this race named in her honour?
She would have been so proud. And there was not much that Maureen really asked for, but this would be an answer to most things that she would have wanted.
What a wonderful tribute to her. Look, thank you so much. Really good to see you on behalf of all the Racing TV viewers and, of course, the company. And I think everyone here, thank you very much for coming on, and great to see you, Clive.
It's a pleasure, and I've got such a good team behind me. I can't walk. But I can still...
The spirit and the dance is always there. Clive, thank you very much indeed, and enjoy your afternoon.
It's a pleasure.